It's a awful camera. Monitor. Hello and welcome my Fab fans. I know this might be different, but it's there. But I'm still going to be doing diamond art, so not much has changed. We're just in a different viewpoint now than usual. The reason I started live streaming later is because, well, things happen and life goes on. I was in the hospital. I'm also filming with my computer right now, not my phone, because I keep getting phone calls that have to deal with life. Where is napkin or something fabric? I'm gonna clean that camera because the hell is wrong with it? Oh, yeah. Hello. Camera looks cleaner. Still dirty, but cleaner. My computer is a little bit of a worse camera. Quality-wise entirely. Just the worst camera. But I can't use my phone for that. Cool little thing I can do though, since my phone is not being my camera, I can show you a preview of the videos and also tomorrow's videos. I do have one more character to film as. I'm probably gonna just do yoga for her character because it's fitting. If I would have found my like actual bigger camera, I would have hooked that up instead. Would have still taken me longer, but that's okay. That doesn't really matter. Let me aim you guys more towards what I'm doing. Okay. I think the next letter I'm gonna go for is N. Oh yeah, no, I did slow-mo for a reason. And it's so I can keep up with you guys, because y'all text too much. You have, you do a lot. You do the most, and I would like to be able to read the messages and then respond. And it's about a 30-second delay. So this just makes it so I can actually respond in order. And also so I won't miss as much. Y'all text too much. I had to set up physical therapy appointments because my back and my leg do not like me right now. So, existence is pretty painful. Yeah, no, I changed the angle. And it's literally just so I can have access to my phone in case I get a phone call. I'll just mute myself on stream and then take the call and then come back. Currently, the only person who really has to deal with phone calls right now is my father, because he's the one who owns my car. I do not like getting sent paperwork from places at all. I don't like doing paperwork. I don't know how to do most paperwork. So I'm probably just going to hand it over to the lawyers to deal with. Because I send them all the information that I get and all the paperwork that I get. Because I don't know how to fill it out. I'm also going to seek a mental health specialist because I believe in mental health and taking care of your mental health. Also, I've been having just recurrent nightmares over the past few weeks, which has made it almost impossible to sleep. Because getting to sleep is a pain because I'm in pain, but then also I can't stay asleep when I'm asleep because of the fact that my brain is also in pain, but a different type of pain. Because mental injuries are way worse than physical injuries because they last longer and they're harder to handle. I mean, I'm pretty mentally strong for a person because I can just bounce back from most things, but not my lucid dream nightmares. I can be aware of my dreams, and that makes it awful when it's a nightmare. Because then I just wake up way quicker, and then I'm just like, I'm still tired, and I hate everything about this. But when it's hard to get to bed in the first place, it makes it even worse. I don't like paperwork. I don't even like to read. That's why I like reading comic books, because it's mostly pictures. And also because when they write with such general words that it makes so much harder to, like, write or answer. I don't like general statements. I don't like general statements. I like very specific words and very specific statements. I also don't like writing. I didn't hurt my hand at all. My hands are fine. My wrists are fine. But writing in general is just really just annoying. And also, even if I did write it, they would not be able to read it, okay? My handwriting is so bad. It's like, I don't think you want me to write this. Do you want me to just, like, send you the paperwork instead? Like, I can make copies and stuff for you. I don't want to write it down. If this is the information you need, wouldn't you rather me just hand you the papers for it instead than me writing it down? Handwriting is subjective. Physically, like, writing things is, it's just annoying. But also, why couldn't they just emailed it to me and let me fill it out online? Because then I can just scan the paperwork and then copy and paste. It would have been so much easier. Like, you'd be able to see it. The camera sucks. These are my history notes. I think my Mandarin looks way nicer. Am I only going to show it to you upside down? Yeah, why not? Because I liked writing in Mandarin. I actually studied Mandarin for a bit. So I can understand spoken Mandarin enough to the point where if someone was speaking in Mandarin next to me, I'd be able to understand at least half of what they're saying. And I can only understand half. Because I would get very lost after the first few sentences because it takes me so long to process words. It just takes me a bit. I was like, what did you say? Sorry, my brain's not in the right place. Yeah, see, the thing is, companies can do that all they want. I'm just gonna make the lawyer deal with it. That's the whole point of getting a lawyer, is so you don't have to do all the work yourself. You don't have to write, you don't have to, like, do much of anything. You get a lawyer so that you don't have to do as much work and you can just focus on healing. Like, yeah, you'll still have to, like, give them access to information and stuff, but that's about it. Um, they're fully that's kind of the point of a lawyer, is they're willing to do all of the tedious paperwork. That's their job. That's what they get paid for and stuff, to do the tedious paperwork. I hate doing paperwork. That's what a lawyer's for. I'd rather focus on, like, getting physically better, which is kind of why I didn't really wanna do anything. But you have to do all of the work and stuff of getting a lawyer and, going see medical professionals within 90 days. You're not allowed to just heal naturally. As much as I love that idea of healing naturally, because I don't like taking medicine, um, which sounds weird. Yes, it is weird. I don't like taking medicine. It makes me feel groggy, and it doesn't really do enough to help me physically. It just makes me groggy. And so I'm just like, it makes me feel worse than if I didn't take it at all. I'd rather feel like I'm getting stabbed than take medicine that makes me feel groggy. And that is a very concerning thing to say. So I think I had issues to begin with. But maybe masochism. I don't know. Something's wrong with me, but a lot of things. Especially now. I don't think I hit my head in the accident, but you also don't know if you hit your head when there's an accident. Like, my brother, he did hit his head in, like, a car accident. He was like, "I don't know if I hit my head, but I don't know if I didn't." And there's a high chance. And he was like, "I think there's a high chance that I did." And I'm like, "I think he hit his head. I heard a thud." I didn't hit my head, but I had a straw around my tooth, and Eric had a straw around his tooth, and it went up between our teeth and cut our gums. Because we were dumb kids, and we could fit straws around our teeth because we had our baby teeth. But you also never expect to get into a car accident. It's okay. Hi, welcome. To be fair, I just started, like, 18 minutes ago for filming, so you're not really late. Um You're not late. I did start streaming later than usual, and it's because, well, I was in the hospital. Isn't that fun? But you know what? At least I have a physical therapist now, so that I can start getting um, taught how to feel better. I don't actually know what a physical therapist does, other than makes you exercise. I used to have to take my grandmother to physical therapy, and she'd teach me some of the exercises they taught her to do so that she could recover from her back injury. So the fact that I also ended up with a similar back injury as my grandmother makes me more upset than it should. I did sprain my ankle, though. Apparently. I didn't know I sprained it. I was more focused on my back, and then I was like, wow, my ankle just does not feel right, and that's uncomfortable. I was too busy having panic attacks to notice how injured I was. Because after the accident, I was having them almost like every day. Because, I mean, all insurance companies do is try to fuck you over. If you're on the opposite side of it. And, I mean, they have the money to try. I'm just mad at this lady for laughing at me. And that's what started my whole... I kind of want to get a lawyer. Yeah, no, definitely. She was really mean. Well, I have to figure out a ride for physical therapy. That's gonna be fun. Hello. Sorry, I have to keep updating with people to know what rides I can do. The only reason I'm filming with my computer is actually so I can text people freely to plan out schedules and stuff. Because, I mean, I need to see how I can get from, like, work and stuff to do anything like physical therapy. And I only have so many people I can ask. I also still have not told my mom I was in a car accident. I probably should tell her that. Because I love my mom. Don't get me wrong. I just tend to ignore her because she's really annoying. It's not her fault. We just have very different energies. She likes to party, and I like to be alone in silence and then reading. She likes loud places. I like quiet places. I like to be alone for long periods of time. She likes to be surrounded by people for long periods of time. Very different people. But insurance companies contacting me being like, hey, can you fill out all of this paperwork? And I'm like, I don't even want to read the first page. You already made it more effort than I wanted. It's like, no, thank you. So I'm probably just gonna hand it to the lawyer. I don't want to read it. I don't like reading. I didn't even want this accident to happen. I was hoping my car would last for another 2 to 3 years. And I'm so upset because I was already saving for another car so that me and my friend could have an extra car so that not only could she have a ride and my brother be able to drive himself to work, but also for me to be able to go anywhere I wanted. We were so excited that we were going to have another car, access to one so easily, and then it just ends like this. And I'm just like, why? Why the fuck did this have to happen? And it's so upsetting because I loved that car. Yes, it was a piece of shit and it did not die, but that's what I loved about it, is it lasted. That shit fought to live every second of the way. No, but every time I got that car fixed, something bad would happen to it, and I don't know why. But if you want to hear a creepy story, right as I left like the stop sign to go down the street, I thought I saw something coming at me. And something in my brain told me I needed to slow down. I mean, I whip corners a little bit because I don't like being on the other side of the street for longer than a few seconds. And even a few seconds is too long for me. I like being on the correct side of the street. So if I can make that as short of a time as possible, makes me happy. So I went like the exact speed limit down this road. When usually I go 5 over like a normal person, I go 40. And nobody was behind me, so I didn't really care that I was going a little bit slower. I wasn't in a rush to work either. I left like early so that I could go stop at the store and pick something up for myself. Cause I was having some really bad period cramps and I wanted to get some Midol. That shit was annoying. And then, despite going slower and being more calm and just getting things done, I all of a sudden, after passing like a car, I see someone whip out in front of me and then I crash into them because I couldn't press the brakes hard enough or move to the side far enough. If I moved any farther to the side, I would have hit another car. But she also hit her brakes while she was in front of me. Who does that? Who hits their brakes in front of a person when you're on the wrong side of the road? That shit's wild. And talking about it now, it's making it easier to just not freak out over the fact that it happened. And the more I talk about it with myself and over and repeat what happened to myself, it makes it a lot easier to process what actually happened. Because I could only slam my brakes as fast as I saw her whip out in front of me. As soon as I saw her car whip out in front of me, I hit my brakes because that's what a person does when you see something appear in front of you. You try to stop. Like whenever a spider would climb on the windshield up towards my face, I would hit my brakes a little bit and like grab something and punch the spider and then keep going. Um yeah, I'd flip the fuck out mentally because I don't like it when things come out of nowhere and crawl at me. But I also don't like it when people come out of nowhere because I don't even like people. That shit freaks me out already. I don't like talking to people. I don't like confronting people. I don't like confrontation. I don't even want to be in this situation. But I am, and I'm injured, and I hate it. I hate people sometimes. But also, there's just an increase of old people on the road because the age limit for having a license has been increased because people are living longer and people need to get around. But the thing is, after the age of 65, I don't believe people should have a license because that's when the mental, like, side of your brain just stops working. Like, you decline faster after 65 and a bunch of new mental illnesses just start developing after you're 65. That's the that's like the sometimes it appears before the age of 65. I wouldn't mind having to take my driver's test every 10 years if it meant the roads would be safer. Because that stuff is really important to me. I like it when people follow rules. I like it when people follow the laws. I like it when people know what they're doing. And I just want people to drive properly, using their blinkers, using all of the mechanics of their car, not having their high beams on. Those things really matter to me. And the fact that it doesn't matter to some other people and they just brush it off like it's nothing really fucking bothers me. Because it's so important to follow rules, and that's why they're in place. It's to keep us safe. The rules were made to keep us safe, and that's why I like them. And I'm a very big stickler for rules, even at work. Any one of my coworkers can tell you that. I'm such a stickler for rules that I annoy some of my like other coworkers because they're just like, "Can you just be more nice to people?" And I'm like, "Okay, we'll see how that goes." Because people take advantage of kindness all the time. People take advantage of your inability to react immediately. People take advantage of others, and I don't like that either because I don't like taking advantage of anything. I don't even like going to hospitals because I feel like I don't deserve the care. Because at the end of the day, I might be in pain, but I can still walk and get to and fro places. Does it hurt so much that I need to sit down an extra few minutes every day? Yeah. But that's like a thing I can deal with usually, or I'll just take an extra pain med. I don't even like taking pain meds, but I'll take an extra one if it means that I can keep working cuz I like being busy cuz I get bored so easily. Which is why I do diamond art is cuz it keeps me busy and it's like I'm focusing on a lot of things all at once. So it keeps me focused, it keeps me busy, it keeps me distracted, and it's calming. I like filming. That stuff is really fun. It gets my art out there, it gets me creative. Mind just working. And I've always liked wearing costumes and stuff because costumes are really fun and they're really pretty. And I've always loved cosplayers and I thought they were really cool. One of my favorite cosplayers is Dino Bunny cosplays, because they do like Mario lore, and it's really fun and interesting, and I love the way they're like writing their characters and their story. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Dino Buddy, they're so awesome. It's actually my reminder. I need to get something to drink. I finished my can of soda. Nah, because that's so funny. Because I saw that video and I was like, I don't believe that they're telling the truth. And the reason I didn't believe them was because of the fact that Ken loves to lie, okay? And she got her boyfriend in on it, okay? Because he also finds it funny that she lies 24/7. Oh, yeah, they're husband and wife. I'm gonna canonically call them boyfriend and girlfriend now because it's really funny to lie. I agree with them. It is really funny to lie. Or ex-boyfriend and girlfriend, because that's also technically is the truth. No, their wedding is so pretty, and I'm glad they did a small wedding because big weddings tend to be really expensive for no reason. But also because I don't really see a point when you can get better photos if you have less people. I just don't like crowds. Maybe that's my problem. I don't like crowds. No, but they literally had like a princess like dress and a prince suit. She looked like Rapunzel and it was gorgeous. An AI Dobby wanted to toast you. That's hilarious. I don't actually know why people are talking about AI bots. I don't talk to any because I think it's kind of weird to talk to AI. And it kind of creeps me out because I grew up watching like the Terminator movies, which is literally the perfect example of why we should not create robots that are implemented with AI. There was also the movie I, Robot. That shit was terrifying because the robots started to try to kill people, and that's horrifying. I don't think we should give AI consciousness, okay? I don't like it. It creeps me out. Um that's fair. Um I have been recently waking up at 4 a.m. though in like a panic. It's not fun to wake up that early. especially in a panic because I've had recurring nightmares. Do you want to hear about the last nightmare I just had this night? Um, I was a character and they had a family. There was 3 different people. I kept switching between the characters, point of views and stuff. And there was a monster in the mirrors. And the way it claimed its ability over people is through an item of good luck. As long as you keep this item, you get good luck. But if you ever try to get rid of this item, you get bad luck. Which kind of reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean because it was the lucky compass, and as long as you kept it, you had good luck. And so you should never get rid of it. Yeah, no, the whole thing, at the end, the thing kept chasing me, and I had to keep smashing mirrors because I felt like I was getting watched. The entire time, it kept just appearing right out of the corner of my eye in mirrors, and anything reflective, whether it was computer screens, TVs, mirrors, phone screens, anything reflective that it could appear in, it would. This was horrifying. And so I just started smashing mirrors. And in one of the smashed mirrors, it looked at me directly in the eyes, and I don't remember what it said because this was when I woke up, was after it looked me in the eyes. And that was when I thought I couldn't escape it anymore. And so I woke up. I couldn't try to escape. I couldn't run any farther. It wouldn't let me escape. I couldn't escape my own brain's image, which is different from most of my dreams because most of my dreams I take control. I change the dream. I make it positive. This dream I could not make positive. This dream I could not change. I could not affect. I lost control over the events in the dream. And things kept appearing at my face and coming at me. That is horrifying. And I hated that dream, but the fact that I can remember it makes it worse. At one point in the dream, I distinctly remember scratching at my wrist until it bled. I have no cuts on my wrists. I have never scratched at my wrist, like, without it being itchy. But afterwards, there was just 10 cuts on my wrist, like if they were made by a knife. But, like, they weren't bleeding and they didn't look scabbed over. They were just red. It looked like you wrote red lines on your arm, but they looked like they were a part of the skin. That's one of the most horrifying dreams I've had recently. But I've been having nightmares like every day since this accident. And that's the most vivid one because it was the most recent. And it was horrifying. And I never want it to happen again. But I don't know what will happen tonight. And I hope it won't happen again because I don't want to relive that. I physically hate everything about nightmares. And I used to never have nightmares. Even when I was like little, I never had a nightmare. I did have weird dreams, but I would never consider them nightmares because they didn't scare me. Yeah, I know, I noticed. I was like, oh my god, I have so many. I don't know what point I'm at. I have 3,941, which means I'm only like 51 subscribers away from 4,000, 4K. Which is really cool. I've never had any nightmares, like, even during childhood, never had a single nightmare. I think the closest thing I had to a nightmare when I was a kid was this falling dream where I would be laying down, everything would be white, and there would be sheets everywhere. And I would just be swaying back and forth, back and forth, back and forth the entire night. And then eventually I would just swing so far where it would tip and I'd fall off. And then I'd be caught by another one and then just be back and forth, back and forth. But all I could see was white. And it was just a sensation and white light. That was all I could see was white. And then feeling the sensation of rocking back and forth, back and forth. And well, that is uncomfortable, but it never scared me because I felt so at peace during the dream. The only time I felt not at peace was during the falling because I don't like roller coasters where you feel like a pit in your stomach because you dropped fast. And that's kind of why I never liked roller coasters, is sensorily they made me feel uncomfortable. And so that just merged into a fear of heights. I hate the feeling of weightlessness because the feeling of weightlessness makes me feel ill and like I'm about to vomit, and I don't like that. Right now, all I feel is constant pressure, which is just as bad as weightlessness to me, but for different reasons. Getting so old you can't even go on roller coasters without feeling dizzy. That sucks. Oh God. One of my coworkers wants me to come in at 11:30 instead of 12. That won't be much of a problem. That's only like 30 minutes. I can add 30 minutes to my schedule. It's also one of my coworkers that I don't hate. And they cleared me to go to work, so I can. Am I still gonna not pick up things that are heavy? Yeah. Because it puts pressure on my leg and I don't want to do that. So, but I also know I work with coworkers that are willing to pick things up for me. And I can do small tasks. I usually only do small tasks anyway. Yeah, no, Aizawa, why do you get like such creepy viewers? And it's like so intense too. But like, at one point I got a creepy viewer. They sent like 3 really hypersly sexual messages, and I immediately deleted them because I'm like, that's not allowed on YouTube. That's not allowed on YouTube. That's just not allowed on YouTube. Um, I just I don't I don't like it. Um, so I'm sending my friend my schedule for work. So I hope you don't mind me just pausing a little bit. To 4. I have been taking on less hours than I have been for like the earlier before the accident. So I know my next check will be dog shit, but I care more by doing any amount of paperwork. I hate paperwork. Yeah. My friend has my schedule now, so I have rides covered until I can buy a new car. I was planning to have 2 by the time I bought a new car. Um, no, because Aizawa, your rants are always welcome. You see a dragon lady? Um, I actually wrote this as Lady in the Window. Um, or Lady in the Moon. I actually do have a dragon lady in my diamond arts. I already saved 5,000 for the car. So with the settlement afterwards it won't matter, but like I would rather not have the settlement and just have 2 cars. Like I didn't expect to have cash left over after I bought a new car, because I expected it not only to pay for the car but also the insurance for like full coverage for a full year, because that's what I wanted. I wanted full coverage on that car for the first year. She's still alive. I'd rather have 2 cars than have a broken one and a new car. So I'm really upset that this person decided not to follow all the road rules and cause an accident. I'm so upset about this situation actually, because I had plans for my car and I have text chats of my plans to do with this car. And I was so upset when this happened because I loved this car because it did everything it needed to. It got me from point A to point B and it had cushioned seats. It might have not had an air conditioning unit, but like, fine. I can handle yeah. Because even my best friend's car doesn't have an AC in it. She actually had to take it out because it was messing with another function of the car. So she had to remove it so that the car would work, which is hilarious. But also, like, wow, I'd love it to work fully without removing any of the fun, nice things that let me be fine. Her car's still less hot than mine, though, because my car, it heats up so bad in the sun that my radio stopped working. It melted my radio. Once it cooled down, though, the radio worked again. But for a good day and a half, I did not have a radio, and I was so upset. And it was literally just because my car got so hot that the radio stopped working. So my radio melted. I'm a person who likes the winter, despite being a summer baby, which is confusing for some people. They're like, why don't you like your birthday? And I'm like, my birthday is cursed. I'm sorry. Bad shit happens on my birthday. And if it doesn't, then something worse is going to happen that year. I like the winter. I don't mind the snow. Because it just makes it so I don't have to have an AC unit, but also I can just be cold when I want to. And if I want, I can just put on more clothing. I don't mind putting on more clothing. In the winter, I can wear as much fabric as I want, and I'd be ecstatic. I love layering outfits. It is so much better than wearing less. I hate wearing very little. All of my outfits are also black, so being in the sun is misery. I had so many plans for my car though, and I was so sad when this happened. Because I recently just got something to put on the dashboard so that I could set up a camera and also have my phone be the GPS whenever I needed it to be. I mean, I already had something where I would hook my phone up to it so that it would just me be able to skip ads and stuff. And also in case I needed GPS. It was right next to my steering wheel. I could reach it easily or glance at it to skip something. And it would take less than a second. I didn't even have my phone like anywhere near me for this accident. It was fully in my bag. My radio was playing. I was just singing along to the tunes, enjoying my car ride to work. And I was just cruising because I was going the speed limit. I was just chilling, going the speed limit because I could. I wasn't in a rush. I left early so that I could stop by the store to pick up some more Midol because I just used the last of my Midol for my friend because she was on her period and had some major cramps and she needed it. And I'll give people pain meds that are legal if they need it. Like if you need some over-the-counter medicines, I'll fully gladly give them to you. Anything that you can find just on a shelf somewhere in any of our stores, I will just give them because I carry medicine on me for other people. I look out for the homies. And then I was like, oh, well, now I need it because I'm on my period. And I was just like, oh, shit. Because now I'm not. And now I just have different issues. And I'm just like, why did this have to happen? Why did this woman not look both ways before she crossed the street? Why did she not come to a complete stop and wait for the road to be clear? The car in front of her wasn't even a full car's length before she decided to drive into my side of the road. That shit is wild. Who does this stuff? Oh yeah, old people that shouldn't be on the road. The fuck? I'm so upset. I wanted this car. I love my car. And now it's broken and I have to get rides. And now I feel like such a burden to my friends because I have to keep asking for rides. They don't feel like it's a burden. They love hanging out with me. But like, I feel bad. Okay? I straight up bought my friend a new phone because I felt bad that she broke her own. It wasn't even my fault. It was her own fault that it broke because she punched it. And it was already dying anyway. The screen started flickering and stuff. Because that's what happens when phones start, like, malfunctioning and dying. I bought her a new phone. I'm still so upset that she laughed at me, though. And that's the only thing that I'm really angry at. Because who laughs at someone when they're crying? My brother, don't get me wrong, he has laughed at me before. But not because I was crying, but because I was perfectly fine afterwards. Though my brother does laugh at our father. I've always done stuff for others because it's nice. I like being there for people. I don't mind spending my money on other people. Though my friend, she is going to pay me back for the phone that I bought for her. I don't really care if she does or not. I just wanted her to have a phone so that she could speak to me still. Because she's the person who drives everyone around every time that there's somewhere we want to go. Like, she drives my brother to work. She drives me to work. She goes shopping with me. We do that stuff. She needs a phone so that we can schedule everything properly. Because she also has a life outside of mine. And I respect that. But I'm also really slow at responding sometimes. And it's because my phone is buggy and doesn't always receive messages. I also don't receive messages verbally easily. And so I'm just constantly lost. And I'm just like, huh? I don't like relying on others. They are the chauffeur friend, but like, she drives well, okay? She can get from point A to point B without being distracted and drives the best out of everybody in the group. Yeah, she has some anger issues, but that just means we get from point A to point B faster. Because people should drive the speed limit. If you drive slower than the speed limit, please leave our state. We will get angry and drive around you. I mean, if you only have 45 miles in total that you can travel across our full state to get from one border to the other, everything's going to be within a 30-minute drive to get anywhere. Which means if you're going to take more than 30 minutes, get off the roads that are main roads and get on the back roads. Back roads are for cruising and just vibing with the land. Our main roads are for getting from point A to point B. Saying honk instead of huh. He's like a duck. Maybe you should get him to watch other cartoons that don't do that. Or tell him, you're not a dog, buddy. Maybe you should try acting like a human? Because my friend's kid, he started watching Bluey. He already acted like a dog before this because he grew up with dogs. He was like always like in a pack of like 3 huge dogs. But also replicating cartoons is kind of a normal part of childhood. So at least you know he's normal when it comes to development. He's normal when it comes to development in some ways. Mentally, he is quite normal. He has the same mind as the average kid his age. If that makes you feel better or worse, I don't know, but quite normal. Hello. When I say normal, it's subjective to how kids act in general, rather than what adults consider normal. It's normal for a kid. It's not normal for an adult, but it's normal for a kid his age. So take that for what you will. It's a weird developmental part of childhood that all kids go through. Just be glad he's not like becoming a serial killer, because there are so many worse options than just biting a butt. It's gross, but there are worse things that could happen. He could be collecting dead animals and cutting them up. Well, no. I hope you have a better day now that school's over. That sounds like something out of a Melanie Martinez song. You could always give him those like gummy eyeball candies. Now, something fucked up though is my friend, he's like a really stupid person, but when we were discussing how he had a really awful mustache, because he didn't have a beard, no, he only had the mustache, which everyone else called a cop stash. But as soon as I saw his face, I was like, bro, you look exactly like Jeffrey Dahmer. And not just the fake TV version, he looked exactly like the real life Jeffrey Dahmer. And I got a photo out of the real police sketch Jeffrey Dahmer and showed it to him and everyone around. And everyone was like, bro, that's even more fucked because you got a real photo of the guy instead of the TV version. We thought you were just talking about the actor. No, you got the real fucking dude up. That's fucked. And then he changed into a floral shirt, which was the exact same shirt that Dahmer was wearing in the photo, and it made it so much worse. Because they were like, no, bro, you made it worse. You made it worse. And that is how my thoughts corrupt people around me. The thing is, the only reason I said he looked like Jeffrey Dahmer in the first place was because I know what like a lot of the most popular serial killers look like off the top of my head and based off of like police report pictures and stuff. Because I studied serial killers for years when I was in high school. Not for any like normal reason. I was just really interested why they thought it was okay to do something wrong. Like if you're taught that something is wrong and then taught that there is a law that will convict you because it's wrong, why would you do it? And why would you want to do it? Like why would a person actively want to break a law? And that was something I was interested in learning about. Was the psychological part of their brain that made it so that they were okay with breaking a law. If I'm given a rule, I will follow it. Like in work, all of my coworkers know this. If I'm given a rule, I will follow it to a T. Because I like following rules. But it doesn't make me feel thrilling to break rules. I don't like breaking rules. It makes me like feel bad, and I don't like that. Like I remember once I stole something. It was less than $1, but it still made me feel like shit. So much so that I did not want to do it. One of my friends was perfectly okay with doing it. She was like, if you want it, I'll steal it. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable with stealing in the first place. Yeah, but there are so many better ways to get attention than to break rules. I don't like breaking rules because it's bad and it makes me feel bad. So I follow rules when I'm given them. If you give me a rule, I will follow it exactly until you change the rule or add more details or be more lenient about it. But until you do that, I will stick to that rule strictly because you said it was a rule. All of my coworkers know that I do this, and one of them struggled to understand why I was like this. My brain is just wired differently than some people, and I'm very matter of the fact when it comes to things. You either tell me it's wrong or you tell me it's right, and I will go from there. If you tell me to charge someone for pickles, I will charge them for pickles. I don't want to because it's stupid, but if you tell me to do it, I'll do it. I'm a matter of the fact person, and I will give a person a card being like, this is the manager who made this a rule. I did not want this, but if you want to complain about it, here you go. See, the thing is, if you want extra pickles on your sandwich, there is no upcharge for it, and there's no upcharge for extra mayo. There's only an upcharge if you ask for cheese, because we only have the 3 cheese, and cheese is more expensive. But if you want a side of pickles, we have to charge $3.88, but we will fill the container with pickles. And the only reason we have to charge is because of the container itself costing money. See, the thing is, I don't believe in stealing from small corporations, but stealing from big corporations is perfectly okay in my head. Because I don't really feel bad because they have money. And they have so much money and they don't use it to help people. So I don't really feel bad when people steal from big corporations, but I personally can't because I believe it's morally wrong to steal. And also, I'm not in a position where I need to steal. I have money. I have a nice place to stay. It might not be a lot. It might not be enough to move out. It might not be enough to live on my own, but it's enough for now. I also do not believe in snitching on people because I think it's wrong to say something if nobody noticed. I do accidentally snitch, but I don't tell names and I won't ever say names. So whenever I'm talking about stories and stuff, things that I thought other people knew that happened, I won't say names usually because I don't care technically. If a person got charged for sauce originally, I probably won't charge them again for sauce if they're at the window because I don't have the time, but also if there's other people in the line, I would rather you just get the sauce given to you and then just get out. I don't want to charge it on the register. It's too much effort for me. I'd rather not. I don't have the time, the energy, or the effort to do so because I do not care enough about 27 cents. It's 25 cents before tax. 2 cents of tax. But I don't care that much. I will tell you that, yeah, we're supposed to charge for sauce. We're supposed to. That doesn't mean I do it all the time. I just do it sometimes. Like, if you ask at, like, the area, like, over the headset and stuff, I will charge 100% of the time. If you're the only person in the lane and stuff, I'll charge at the window. If there's multiple people, probably won't. I'll probably just hand you all the sauce and then tell you to, like, have a good day. And be like, shh, have a good one. Like, literally like that. Shh, have a good one. Because it's too much effort to just deal with it. And it's not like it's anything bad, because my coworkers straight up have handed out more than that on a daily basis. So, yeah. Like my boss, I charged someone for the 8-piece bucket special because that's what they asked for. And I was like, it's only dark meat, right? It's only thighs and legs? And she was like, yes, it's on camera like this. Because I do repeat back the orders. And then she came back and was like, I asked for breasts and thighs. We're not allowed to change any of the 8-piece special into breasts. Is it because you don't want any? Unless they're on a different person? I don't like bones, so I agree. I like nuggets because it's boneless, and I also like tenders because it's boneless. I don't like bone-in chicken. Like, don't get me wrong, the stock that comes from it, amazing. But bone-in chicken itself, I hate because of the fact that I don't like having to eat around bones because I can't feel that they're there. And so then I'm just chewing on bones unintentionally without a thought in the world. Like, I can feel pain, but only if it made it to a specific extent. Like, it's affecting my nerves directly. I don't have very many, but the ones that get affected, when they get affected, it's extremely painful. And it's annoying. It causes breathlessness. Yeah, I can totally speak. See, the thing is, the red stuff in the bone is the bone marrow, and that stuff is really good for you. Like, I get it being a nope, 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 but it's actually just really good for you. So if you have like anemia problems, eating bone meal and stuff, it's actually really good for you and helps combat this anemia. Not fully. It doesn't solve the problem. It just makes it a lot less offensive. I don't think it's a good idea to eat bones, but like if you need to, it's probably gonna help. Anyone with anemia, eat some bone meal. You'll do better. But if you don't have anemia and you just are a regular person, you don't need to. You know, I took a painkiller before the start of this stream. It's been an hour 30 minutes. That painkiller did not much. Did not do much. I'm also wearing a back brace though because it helps sit me up straighter. And it does help a little bit. But if I wear it too long, then my back gets too warm. And that actually makes it bad too. So it's so fun because I have to just keep switching back and forth between one thing and the other. I took off the back brace. I'm gonna put on some cream though because I need it. It's cold therapy. It helps. It makes it so bones hurt less. Which sounds weird, but it does relieve pressure. That's kind of the point of it though. It makes it so my back is not weighing on my back. I've never tried those. I've never heard of those before. Um, but we're also in different states, so they might be just called, or in a different aisle. Who knows? But you've also had more issues than I have. You're a lot older than me. Oh, I probably why I've never heard of them. I go to my local stores. But also, damn. How did you break your spine? Are you good? Is that why you have so many other issues? You'll have to send me a photo of that later. Because I want to know what they are. But visually, so that I can find them a lot easier. Because if I have to go to a store to find something, I at least want a visual aid of what I'm looking for. Because I cannot imagine things as easily as you think. The cold therapy feels nice. It also just smells nice. I guess I'll have to tell you later. I'll send you a message on Discord. I'm almost done with half of this, and it's so exciting to get so far in this diamond art because it's been so long. And I'd like to start a new one. I've been on this one for so long, I'd like to start a new one. I mean, I stopped doing it because I was kind of dealing with other things. Don't get me wrong, I was still doing my daily YouTube stuffs because I normally do them anyway. But I've been taking it way easier than I have been before. See, the thing is, I'm at least sitting in a really comfortable chair. If I wasn't sitting in the most comfortable chair that I own in my house, I'd probably not be on stream for longer than this. But you know what? I'm in a comfy chair. I got my phone next to me. I got a snack. I got some onion rings behind me. Next to me. They're next to me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I drank too much water. What did I miss, though? Token. you sent me $10 so that I could buy those. Thank you, but also it's so funny. I was like, why did you send me $10? It's like, why is this happening? What did I miss? What conversation was I not a part of? I was like, well, I was just in the bathroom. Oh, why? Y'all are so much. Though if they're at CVS, I probably could get really good coupons for them. I do this thing where CVS likes to send me a lot of coupons, and if you use them properly, you can get stuff for free. I love coupons. They're really nice. They're really fun. They make it so you can afford to live without spending too much money. Living is a lot of money. You know what'd be funny? If they just hear notifications on their phone while they're there. Do I take my phone with me when I go in the bathroom? Yup. Did I wash my hands? Yes, twice. And I shut the lid all the way before I flushed. Did I? My brain is not here, but I also was busy dealing with whatever the fuck was sent to me. I was double checking that I actually flushed the toilet. I flushed the toilet, I promise. I couldn't. I was like, did I flush the toilet? Yes, I did. I shut the lid before I flushed. I was like, wait, did I remember to do this thing that I always do unconsciously, automatically, because I'm a clean freak? Yes, I did. I needed visual confirmation that I do this thing every time, even though I know that I do it automatically without thinking. That's how you know your brain is wired against you, when you can't even remember you do the things that you always do. I cut my thought off before I finished my sentence. That is what you witnessed. It was so big. It was so big. You never know how much can come out of you until it happens, and then you're just like, how? My body ain't that big. Where did it come from? Oh. You're doing great. I think the only time you've ever gotten muted, Token, was during streams. That is the only time you've ever had messages removed, is during my streams. Every other time. Fully there. I thank you. I tried very hard to pull our Lekno off. Okay? I did not like wearing the jacket though, so I did not wear it for most of the videos. I try very hard to pull off the character and their personality in movements, which is the most research I really do, is based off of how to wear the costume, how the vibe of the character is. Sometimes I read a bit of their storyline if, like, I think I'm missing something. Fair enough. I do like Arlecchino's Arlecchino's costume. It's really pretty, and I love the gloves. They're really nice. Every character I wear gloves with, though, is really annoying because it's really hard to use my phone and have gloves on. Don't get me wrong, the gloves still work, even with my phone. They just don't work as well as if my hands are bare. Technically, it's tattoos, but they're gloves because I'm a human and I don't have tattoos and marks all the way down my arms. And I'm not painting my arms. All of my paints for, like, skin and stuff are difficult and uncomfortable to wear. And sensorily, I'd rather wear gloves than paint my arms. Especially right now, because I'm still trying to recover from the car accident that I was in. So am I gonna do easier things? Yes. Do I still love their costume? Yes. But yes, I know it's just her skin with tattoos, but, like, I don't want those tattoos to be painted on every time I do the character. So I appreciate that the costume made them in glove form with fishnet. And I hated wearing the jacket. I also did not like the fake nails that came with the kit. Well, I mean, technically, if there's shapes, it's considered a tattoo. And since there were shapes, it's a tattoo. Her actual fingertips, yeah, they are darker and they're gray, but There are tattoos. There are symbols. Those are considered tattoos. Also, I put on slow-mo so that I could actually read your messages before a new one appears. I did it so that I could actually fully read them and respond. This gives me 30 seconds to fully explain my thought process. And it also gives you 30 seconds to spell check, okay? Because you don't have to post it yet. When I said tattoos, I was specifically talking about the symbols, though. Yeah, her hands are just black, but I mean, I did watch videos of her, I promise. To be fair, the original automatic slow-mo was 60 seconds. I could have left it at 60 seconds. I made it 30 seconds because I thought that was more fair. And because I can read kind of quickly and talk very fast. So, yeah. I gave myself time to speak quickly. Okay? I can talk very quickly. To be fair, I was originally being like, should I do 60 seconds or is that too long? And I'm like, I wouldn't want to wait 60 seconds to chat another thing because so much can happen in 60 seconds. So I made it 30 seconds. And I wasn't going to make it shorter because I might have not liked to wait 30 seconds, but I will if it's an option. But also, I can change slow mo. I don't know how to, but I think I can. I can change the number. But I'm also trying it out. Same thing with my computer filming instead of my phone. That's a trying it out thing. Do you prefer my computer or do you prefer my phone? Is the sound worse? I know the camera is. Um, yeah, no problem. Water activated paint works really well in general, and it dries quickly. I will say another thing I do for my face and stuff whenever I use makeups that are water activated, I use antiperspirant on my skin directly. Because I sweat a lot. Like if I hold something too long, it's gonna be wet. Do you ever just sit up and feel wet? Like you sat on your ass too long that now you feel like you sat in a puddle. The infamous swamp ass. Also, the amount of people that come through, I don't like roller coasters. The amount of people that come through my drive-through, either smoking, drinking, or saying that they can't see the menu. Those are all concerning things. You should not be drinking while driving. You should not be smoking while driving. Those are both considered highly illegal, and will get you a DUI. And then not wearing your glasses while driving, that can also get you in trouble. That's why they have a whole section on your license where it says needs glasses or does not. If you need glasses, you should be wearing them. The amount of concern that I have for driving is peak because of those people. I am terrified of going outside, or even being in my friend's car. Like, she's a really good driver. She has the best reaction times in the world. But even with her quick reaction time, those little things that people do commonly fucking terrifies me. Because no matter how good you are at driving, if someone is so bad at driving that that they will actively be affecting you, just makes it so you don't really want to drive. It's literally everyone else on the road that you have to worry about when driving. The thing is, not all of them are elderly. So a lot of them, the alcohol is usually a thing that you see elderly men doing, or middle-aged men, which means they're in their 40s or 50s. Those are the types of people I see drinking and driving. The ones I see smoking and driving, whether it's vapes or weed, it's people in my age group, the 20-year-olds to 30-year-olds. And sometimes the 16 to 18-year-olds. New drivers. New drivers, they are not the best drivers, yes, but they also have not been on the road for very long. They're still getting used to being in a new vehicle and having a form of control over it, and they're still learning where their vehicle is on the road. For the first year of driving, I kept hitting curbs. Don't get me wrong. It was because I did not know where my car was yet. Now that I am 21, I know where my car is. I drive in the center of the street. I can also turn right without hitting a curb, so I've improved because I've been driving for so long. I'm getting to the age group where I can actually teach my cousin how to drive. Am I going to? No. I don't want that responsibility. I might not be a shitty driver because I'm a very rule-stricken person. And if I was there, I would make them follow every single rule to a T because I am so aggressive with rules. And if you give me even a little bit of control over something, I will be aggressive with the rules. I like rules. They're my favorite thing about life. I like rules. I like following them. The main thing I'm gonna like teach him, which I already yell at him for, is make a choice and make it quickly and do not hesitate. Otherwise you'll get hit. Don't hesitate or you'll get hit. I don't believe you should hesitate. You have to make split-second choices when on the road, which means you cannot hesitate even for a second. I was taught never hit the horn unless someone don't hit the horn unless it's someone blocking a road. The only reason you should hit the horn is if they're like actively stopped when it's a green light or something, or if they're at a stop sign and they're not taking a turn yet and they're just like timed to, or at a yield sign and you know the road is clear. You hit the horn to get them to act. You get them out of their head, you get them to react. It's how you get things to work. But also, I have no need to teach him how to drive because he has a father who's a car fiend. My uncle loves everything about cars. Everything. Every single thing. Has car sculptures and stuff of like fancy modern cars. And ancient cars, too. He just likes cars. That's his thing. That's my uncle's thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not judging him for it. It's actually a really cool hobby, and his sculptures are really cool. Not my hobby, his hobby. But a really cool one. For a while, I couldn't really tell the difference between a hatchback and a minivan. Because I'm like, well, they both have big trunks. Oh, have a good day, Sawa. It's okay. At least with slow mode on, I can handle chat a little bit. The thing is, I can't tell the difference between most, like, cars that are just the shape of a car. Like, the cartoon shape of a car. They're all the same, and the only difference is the brand to me. But when I was doing my research on cars to get a new car, I found out that Lexuses are, like, the cheaper to repair cars because you can get parts that are from, like, other brands because they're the same pieces, same size, but they're cheaper. You don't actually have to get Lexus brand parts when fixing a Lexus. Which I find really cool. But, you never know. I do like trucks, though, and I kind of don't mind the idea of getting a mini truck. Like, it would have a back seat and stuff, but it would still have, like, the bed of a truck. And it'd be more low down so that it would be easier to, like, get into if anything needs to get repaired. But it would still have, like, a bed of a truck, and it would be able to haul things. Because I like buying things, big items, and sometimes I need to transport big items for, like, my friends and stuff. They do all of, like, the lifting work and stuff. I just offer my car. Which is why I liked my car, is because I could get furniture with it and stuff. And, well, yeah. My friend did help offer to rearrange my room with me, though, because I want my bed to be facing a different wall so that I'll have more access to my window. And also so that my desk won't be blocking this window. But also I need to move my bureau. I don't like where it is. I don't like that it's where it is. Not because it's not convenient, don't get me wrong. It's in a great place when it comes to access to my closet. But I'd like it to not be where it is, so to speak. Because it blocks my window partially. But I also want it to be more stable when moving. So, yeah. I can say, though, the diamond art's coming out really nice. Like, this whole area, fully diamond. This whole area, not yet. I mean, I only did half of it at a time. Something I wish I had was, like, something to just grab and hang from. Well, yeah. If you have a lot of stuff, you need to move shit around. It's kind of just the way things happen. Um, yeah. Kind of just the way things happen. Though I do plan on getting a different basket for my closet. Not because I don't like the one I currently have, but because I want a clean clothes basket and a dirty clothes basket so that when I'm having, like, my depressive days, I can just have an extra basket. Or if the laundry downstairs is full, I can just leave the basket down there and still have a basket to throw more clothes in. Like when people leave and forget to finish their laundry. I did buy a new basket, so this is a possibility, technically. But I do want to move my bed. No, just to like hang. Maybe do some pull-ups, but like mainly to just hang there sometimes upside down. Because when I was younger, there's this thing I used to do where there was a pull-up bar that we had in our living room. I got up there and I would just grab it with my arms, grab it with my legs, and I would just hang like a sloth. You know, something I realized is every single story I've ever heard about the DMV is people being like, they go so slow. And then me, with my first experience of the DMV, I was in and out of there so fast. So maybe everyone's just going on a day where everyone else just has time to go. Maybe everyone's just picking the wrong day to go. Maybe that's the issue. Everyone's picking the same day to go to the DMV all at the same time. So it just takes so much longer. See, the thing is, I have two mirrors in my room. One faces the wall constantly because I can't hang it anywhere. And I also believe it's bad to hang mirrors in an area that faces your bed because that means something can crawl through it and take over your body. And I don't want that. Um, that's hilarious. You actually can schedule like 3 months ahead to get your new license and stuff, and you'll just be left with a paper license for a week and stuff. But also, I never do appointments. I just walk in, walk out, less than 2 hours. You just have to go on the right day. Because some days, super busy at the DMV. You won't get in and out of there for hours. But then other days, you just walk in, walk out. You got everything. I've never made an appointment with a DMV except once when I was trying to do my driver's test. But also, if you do all the paperwork for the DMV online, then you can just go in and out really quickly with bypassing lines. Just so you know, you can do most of that paperwork online without going in person. They have websites, and they work, and they're very quick. They will mail you all of your paperwork so fast. Takes about a week, but everything gets done so much easier. I will say I did most of my paperwork online because I don't like doing paperwork in person and I hate people. Mood. I know that my license expires on my birthday, but it's not for another like 2 years, so I don't really have to worry about it. I got time. I need my license every time I buy spray paint, so I kind of need my license. I don't drink alcohol, but I do buy spray paint and fireworks, so I need my license. The thing is, my friend, she makes really good alcoholic beverages that taste like chocolate smoothies, and you can't taste the alcohol. But I don't like the idea of drinking alcohol. So I will taste them with her, but I won't actively drink them with her. I don't like drinking alcohol because I don't like the idea of getting drunk. I could tell you how you could make it. Usually when you go into a liquor store and ask about booze, you have to go to the old guys and ask for chocolate booze. It might be some of the highest percentile when it comes to alcohol level, but if you add ice in a blender and stuff, it just tastes like a chocolate shake. Then again, I don't really like chocolate that much, but I do not dislike her drinks. They don't taste like alcohol. They just taste like chocolate shakes. Not my thing, but I'll try. I'll taste test. She wants to try making fruity drinks and stuff, but she knows she can't drink a whole bunch of it because she'll get sick of the taste, but she likes trying new things. So I know if she ever wants to try to drink any fruity drinks, I would have to drink one too. And then my brother would drive me home because my brother doesn't drink alcohol either. Me and my brother, we both don't like drinking alcohol. This is just a family thing, apparently. But I think it's because our father's a drunk, so we don't want to drink. My dad, as soon as he was like, you got a lawyer for this? Cool. Let her handle everything. I do not even want to bother. like, she'll know more than I ever will. Let her do this. I don't want anything to do with this accident. I know I might have my name on the car, but I'd rather you be in charge. My dad was like, fully allowed. You can check it out. I will answer your questions about the car or the insurance policy, but that's about it. Because I did not know any of that information because my dad keeps changing our fucking insurance every often. And I'm like, why do you do this? Why do you do this? My dad was like, as soon as I sent him the message from the lawyer, he was immediately like, yep, let her handle everything. I'd feel free. He was like, yep, I fully consent to her doing whatever and, like, actively being the lawyer. My dad's great at just accepting how things are, which is nice. Love my dad. Real chill dude. Not the brightest. And he knows it, because that's why he was in special needs classes in school. I'm not very bright, but, like, that's because I take so long to process information that is spoken to me. I have to take a second, I have to hear what you said, and then I have to think about it, then I have to respond. I have to go through, like, 10 steps before I can answer. Unless it's a process thing, like at work. Like, okay, so you gave me the answer for the side order, you gave me the answer for the type of chicken and the type of, the way you want it cooked. Then you gave me the drink or the sauce. Yeah, I'd take time to load. I need time to load. Which is why I'm good at math, because I take my time to just go through each step. I'm not fast, but I'm good. Because I'm meticulous. But I'm not witty. I'm not quick. I'm so slow. Doctor literally read back my date of birth and was like, and she didn't say that she was reading off the date of birth. I just heard numbers. And so I was like, 625. What else did you say? She was like, date of birth. And I was like, oh yeah, 0625, blah blah blah. Yeah. My brain needed time to load. I'm a little slow. After the car accident, was I dazed? Yes. Did I know what was going on? Not really. I didn't even know what I was supposed to do. But my dad kept yelling at me, and I was like, can you just shut up? Because it wasn't going to make it better. It wasn't going to give me time to process information and think about what to do. It would just made me want to shut down and give up. I don't handle getting yelled at. Not well. Then my brother and my dad had a full fight in my room, broke one of my Lego sets. I was so upset. I had to rebuild my Lego set. I showed my Legos before. I show them so often. I show them in, like, every beginning of my stream for months. And also, I called you out not watching all my videos. By the fact that I immediately knew exactly which video you did not watch, being like, I was hoping you'd do this dance, and I'm like, ha, fuck you, I already did it once. Yes, I do know the Radio Demon. And one of my subscribers is called Alistair's Queen. Yeah, I have simps for your character. Sorry. Sorry, bro. The thing is, I haven't even cosplayed as your character yet, which makes it even worse that I have simps. I only cosplayed as Angel Dust, and then the Angels. Mood. Nah, I wouldn't mind cosplaying as Alistair, though. They are a really cool character, and I feel like I'd have fun. But I also know I don't really like holding a smile for that long. I like how I saw your name. You were like, "Have you heard of the Radio Demon?" And I immediately was like, "I know someone in my fan group that also is a fan of Alistair." But the more information I get about them, the more I think I might have babysat that person and that they're just watching my YouTube channel as like a fan. And I'm like, okay. Don't know how to feel about that. A smile is a valuable tool. Yes, yes, it is. Um, but also, a blank expression can also be a valuable tool because when you're actually happy, nobody can tell, and that freaks them out sometimes. It's like how can you say that in such a cheerful voice but also not have a smile on your face at all? And then when I do smile, they're just like, "Are you actually happy? Or are you just trying to fit in?" I don't like to smile because of the fact that I like being at like a blank stare. Being relaxed uses the least amount of muscles in your face, which means you can use more of that energy to run your brain rather than your mouth. See, the thing is, the last time I played poker, I actually won. Um, I hit I hit the jackpot. Because I'm really good at bluffing. Because I don't know what the cards mean. You watch a show about demons, but you don't know what the cards. To be fair, I don't know what the cards mean, so I really can't explain to you what poker is. My bad, bro. I don't actually know what the cards mean. No, I don't make deals with demons. Um, and if you try to ask me that again, I will burn some dragon's blood that wards off evil. I'll send you back to hell. You have more power there anyway. You'd probably like that, little bitch. I mean, technically, Alistair is the shadow. So, you know what? What if he was the shadow that was following the Shadow Man? Have you ever thought of that? I love coming up with weird theories that don't make sense. Say dumb shit in confidence, you can make people believe you. Yeah, and then you'll send Nifty to kill Adam. Stab, stab, stab. No. He's probably one of your shadows. Hey, you can't gamble something you don't have. Also, doesn't Alistair only make deals with people who are powerful? Technically, I do have power. I get called an emperor. Yeah, but like, you started this. I'm the one who has like people following me. Technically, I have power. You know, I'm so glad I'm halfway done with this. I'm gonna go with B first. See, the way I choose these projects is I ask my friend what she wants to see next, and she chooses them. I give full control over one of my like besties of what I'm gonna work on next. I will say we only have about like 10-20 minutes left of the stream before I have to go. Because I'm gonna go eat and hang out with my friend. So if I don't finish this by then, I'll probably finish it off stream. I mean, I never really record all of the diamond art anyway. So it's not like this is a new thing. I remember once it took me a full hour to record a video. That was fun. That was a fun day. Salutations! Ready to be back on the air. Yeah, no, the thing is, I have recorded longer videos and then just reduced them into an hour because I did not want to cover the whole video with sound bites. The only time I can't just do that is actually if I found royalty-free music and just played it in the background. But the app I use just exists. Though I will say, when I end stream, it's not like you're going to have zero content. You're going to have all of my Dobby content that's ready and posted, ready for people to view. Which is 9 videos. I post 9 videos every time I post a character. Which means you have a few minutes worth of content that you can just watch freely. Also, I did some really cool transitions in these videos. Oh, you're just hunting to be like the one person who watched every single one of my videos. Because I know that I've posted over 1,300 videos, I think it says. Yeah, I posted 1,300 videos in total. That's a lot of content, you know? Some of it ain't short either. That ain't no small feat. Considering post daily means it's not like you will ever never have content. It's just sometimes you'll have more content posted than others. Really depends on my mood. Because some days I post more than others. That's true. You were in the 12-hour stream. It was literally almost 12 hours. I think we were just like 5 minutes away from it being 12 hours, and it's because I wanted to go to bed, which means I need like 10 minutes to get ready for bed. Shit was wild. Okay, well, I gotta end the stream. I got sent a message. Have a good day, my fab fans. Enjoy my like 9 videos that I posted earlier.